For 14 years, he prowled up and down these sidelines. He commanded the sidelines. The referees let him command the sidelines. He did whatever he could to help this team be great. His players played smart, they played hard, they played unselfishly. For 14 years, there was not one team that was selfish. And that's a credit to the players and a credit to Coach Majerus. When there was a timeout, our team would run over to the huddle, and all of us in the arena would smile, because they knew our guys were getting the best information they could ever get and win the ball game. For us, one of the greatest honors you can have at the University of Utah is to have your number and name in the rafters. Everybody associated with this program knows that Coach Majerus needs to be recognized as the great players of all time. Now, when we decided to do this and put him next to his players, it became pretty obvious that we put a sweater up there. The only person, he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, but there's only one person with a sweater hanging in the rafters. Rick was a one-of-a-kind, a savant, a talented man. We miss him, and we thank him for everything he's done for the University of Utah. Before we unveil the sweater, there will be a very short video. Now, from a personal standpoint, there's a part in this video that if you've never seen it before, you're not a Ute fan. So let's turn it over to Mark in the video.
Coach Rick Majerus was one of the greatest basketball coaches in modern American history.
Like to play in Utah. Coach Majerus is here all those years. They knew they were battling, had to play the best game. I haven't been around a more passionate basketball guy than Coach Majerus, without a doubt. I lived and breathed it. He was as passionate.
So long to you, our dear friend Rick. We will always observe your great Ute sweater with respect and admiration. You indeed brought us many victories and much happiness. Farewell, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, now please direct your attention to the rafters in Section P as we honor Rick Majerus, the retirement of his sweater, and his legacy within Utah men's basketball history.
What I'd like to do now is introduce Jody Majerus, who will speak to you a little bit about Rick and his family, and followed up by that will be the great Keith Van Horn. Here's Jody.
On behalf of his family, I'd like to thank you for inviting us here today. It's a special day for the University of Utah, it's special for the University of Utah, the fans, the friends, players, and it's a privilege to be on the same court that Rick was God. And I'd just like to walk a little bit on this court because I've seen him walk so many times that it brings joy to my heart. By the fact that there are so many of you here today, so many fans, so many friends from out of town, and so many players, it's a testament to Rick. Rick was a great man, he was a great coach, but he was a wonderful human being. I think he contributed to the community, he contributed to the university, and he contributed to the athletic department. But one thing I'd like you to take away about Rick is Rick enjoyed life. He loved life and he lived every day to the fullest. And he would want you to do that. One other thing that I'd like to say, as much as he enjoyed life and every day he lived it, he loved being the coach of the youth. He loved as theirs, you have every right to claim him as yours because he claimed you as his. Thank you so much.
It's great to be back with all of you here today. And I'm honored to speak on behalf of all the great players that are standing here behind me to honor the greatest coach in the University of Utah history. And I think that it needs to be said that he is one of the greatest college basketball coaches of all time. When you look back on Coach Majerus' career, there is no other place that he deserves to be honored and remembered, and we hope that his legacy continues throughout the future teams than right here at the University of Utah. Coach had a tremendous impact on all of the players standing behind me and those that can't be here today. He pushed them to the fullest on the court. And for any of you who have been to our practices, you know what fullest is when I just said it. And he really pushed us to fight through adversity. He pushed us in the classroom. You look at the success of the students, and they graduated, they got good grades, which is... And most importantly, or maybe not most importantly, but most importantly, as it comes to what happens on the basketball court, is he taught us how to win. And that really carried through with me throughout my life, and I know it has through the rest of the players. And the last thing that I want to leave you with here tonight is that in all the conversations I had with Coach, he always talked about what great Utah fans you were. And he loved you, he appreciated you, and there's no other place that he'd rather be remembered than here tonight. So thanks, it was wonderful to see you.
There's one more thank you that I'd like to extend. I'd like to extend the thank you to the Majerus family for lending us Rick Majerus for 14 years. God bless you. Go Utes!
Rick Majerus leaves the lasting legacy of Utah not only for bringing the program to national prominence, but for the tremendous impact he had on the individuals fortunate enough to play for him, much like out here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Give one last round of applause for Coach Rick Majerus.
Underneath the basket. It's on behind the shot clock.
Oh, we can't see it because of the shot clock.